It is my time. I am worth it. I can do this. I am focused.
Hey ladies, it's your girl Coach K here. It is officially the season, the end of year season when you're getting ready for the upcoming year and wrapping up the end of year in your business. And for me, it's a time when I get to consume a little bit more sugar. Give me a reason to do that, and I'm going to do it. This is hot chocolate. I love my hot chocolate. Anyway, strategic planning, back on track. I want you to know how to do your strategic planning process. Even if you're a solopreneur, you have a very small team, it's important for you to gather your plan for the year, gather your small team together, and set the course for the upcoming year. And so you don't want to do that haphazard. You don't want to do that unintentionally. You want to be strategic. You want to be intentional. You want to set aside time. You want it well facilitated. You want a strong agenda. So I'm going to give you sort of the areas of strategic planning that you should be focused on with your team, or if you're a solopreneur, the things you should be sitting down and walking through yourself. I do recommend, if you're a solopreneur, find a business bestie or a coach that can help you do your strategic planning for the upcoming year, so that you can have someone who's helping facilitate you through a process or be a thought partner as you're planning. So I'm going to give you all some tips, but before I do, I want to remind you that if these tips are helpful and if you're enjoying what you see on the Sistahbiz YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe below and follow us online. So the first thing that you're going to make sure you check out when you're doing strategic planning, that you map out, are your growth initiatives. And growth initiatives are your way of saying to the world, I did okay this year, I did great this year, or maybe I didn't do so great this year. But what I know is I have a vision for growth in the upcoming year. And here's what it looks like. And so growth initiatives can be anything from expanding locations to hiring a larger team to landing bigger contracts or that sort of thing. There's special things like building an app, something that's going to allow you to grow the business, accelerate growth, or scale. So your growth initiatives are the first thing you want to map out. The second thing you want to map out are your revenue goals. And so that's just sort of like, what am I going to make next year total? And what are my monthly targets looking like? I can't tell you how many times people go into the year kind of with no set goal. When I get into coaching calls and I say, how much are you make? What is your revenue goals for the year? And folks don't know. And so you want to set that goal. You want a number. We call it the magic number in Sistahbiz. And so you want to set your magic number for the year, and then you want to backwards map and break that down into monthly and quarterly sales targets. For instance, if you know you're building a new app, that's a growth initiative, set aside, make that a budget priority. If you know that your revenue goals include you doing a bunch of work around bringing in new customers or doing more online e-commerce marketing, set aside a budget for like the consultants, the services, everything it takes to do that. So your budget should be prioritizing the growth initiatives and the revenue strategies. And so you map out your budget. Then you've got content and campaigns. So once you're done with that, you want to think about traffic, content, campaigns. You want to map out sort of what your monthly cadence is going to be, or your weekly cadence is going to be for staying on top of people's mind, nurturing leads, marketing the company, and what kind of seasonal campaigns you want to do. Because campaigning, like holiday, let's use holiday as an example. Holiday campaigns, they're going to usually run somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks, but they take about 6 to 8 weeks to get ready sometimes, or maybe 4 weeks to get ready or more, depending on what kind of assets you need. And so you want to get ahead of that at the front of the year and decide your kind of two or three major campaigns you're doing each year. Maybe you do a quarterly campaign each year. Plan that ahead of time. And so again, let's do the recap, is growth initiatives. I'm about to do something big this year. This is what it is. It's revenue goals. These are my sales targets. I know exactly what I'm trying to make every month. It's budget. I know exactly what I need to set money aside for in order for me to execute on my growth initiatives and my sales targets. And content and campaigns. I have like 4 quarterly campaigns or my 2 or 3 annual campaigns already mapped out. And so I go into the year knowing that I need to designate weeks of time to them. So that's my strategic planning outline for you if you're thinking about DIY strategic planning for your business. I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe below and follow us at www.sistah.biz.
It is my time.